So welcome to the Miracles and Science Center for Continuous Personal and Professional Development. Today, the 18th of January, I come with another daily life lesson. This daily life lesson teaches us about arresting a situation before it gets out of hand. We have different quotations that we have heard from wise people in the past, which I usually put in form of proverbs, sayings. For example, a stitch in time saves 9. Prevention is better than cure. So what this one tells us is that don't wait for the cure when you can prevent. This happens in situations in our daily lives where we find that something starts small and eventually gets out of hand. By the time you realize it is too big that you cannot deal with in the shortest time possible. So usually it is important for us to identify those indicators of small things which are likely to result into disastrous bigger things. This could be in relationships. I have seen sometimes people say that, by the way, by the time it reached to divorce, they had already seen some indicators. We have seen situations whereby you find a spouse killing another. But usually there are some indicators which you need to arrest before they get out of hand. We have seen some businesses collapse, but there were some indicators which people ignored. We have seen, for example, people lose their jobs. There are some indicators which people ignored. This daily lesson tells us that it is important to kill the beast when it is still little. This tells us that it is important for us to consider what it will show you in form of 3 Ds that you should be able to consider to help you prevent something disastrous bigger in future now. One is that it is important, the first D is for you to be able to decide. By deciding, it is important for you to know what is the goal you are pursuing. What is it that you want? If it is a business, what is it that you want to create? If it is an organization that you're building, what is it that you want to create? If it is a relationship that you're creating, what is that relationship that? Once you decide, then it helps you to go to number 2, to be able to identify the drivers. The second is the driver, the D. The second D is the driver. So what are those drivers that are going to help you reach what you have decided on? Be able to isolate them and know specifically what they are and what you need. And then number 3, identify the distractions. That is the number 3D, distractions. The distractions are very important because once they emerge in whichever way, you'll be able to see that these ones are meant to take me away from the course that I have decided, and then you'll be able to deal with them there and then. But if you don't make that analysis through the 3 Ds, it will be very hard for you to identify the distractions when they are still small, when they are still little. And by the time you realize they have taken a toll over your business, they have taken a toll over your relationship, they have taken a toll over your job, they have taken a toll over your life. And in that way, it will be very hard for you to deal with them. This has been a daily lesson for today.